guys, today I am doing a Trixie Mattel makeup application because I got my Trixie Mattel Summer of Love and Mod About You blush palettes in. Her first one, Summer of Love, is this guy right here. And then which I think I'm going to be using today because this is like classic Trixie makeup that I'm doing. And then her Mod About You palette, a little bit more earth toned. And I've used both of these already and they're absolutely gorgeous, but I'm going to be using the Summer of Love today. Now, I fancy myself a makeup artist. It's not the thing that I do for other people like full time. Especially drag makeup. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but I think it's going to be fun nonetheless. I have her tutorial up here that I'm going to be kind of following along with, but I'm not going to be able to share it with you because I'm not that savvy when it comes to editing my videos. I mean, I can, do a quick edit from 1 minute to the next to cut out superfluous shit, but no. I don't know. So we'll see. Okay, moving along. Purple glue stick for the eyebrows. And it has to be the purple disappearing glue stick. It can't be any other kind of glue stick. It just doesn't work. And then I'm going to take a spoolie and brush my eyebrows kind of up and out in a direction that helps them lay their flattest. Some people will do it like straight up, but my eyebrows have a pretty strong like growth indication. So mine are kind of like up but to the side, and then they kind of come out. When I try to do them straight up on my own face, they end up popping out because they don't want to lay that way. So you got to figure out which way your eyebrows lay their best. And then the first application, I kind of go back and forth to really get the glue in the eyebrow, between the eyebrow hair and the skin itself. I'm able to get away with, I think, 3 applications of glue stick because I don't have that much eyebrow. A lot of the eyebrow that I do have is microbladed. So when I put makeup on over my eyebrows, I can cover them up with the exception of this section right here and a little bit of the arch. The tail is mostly microbladed. So it allows me to change my eyebrow shape without having to fully block them out. If you do have thicker, denser eyebrows, then you're gonna have to do maybe 4 or 5 applications of the glue stick. I feel like I'm ready for my next layer of glue stick when I can't see the purple anymore, when it's dried clear, which it pretty much has. I probably rushed this step a little bit, but I think it's a little easier for me to cheat it because I don't have that much eyebrow hair. Also, by the way, I mean, I don't know if you guys know from watching previous videos, I'm like obsessed with like the perfect natural looking nail. This is OPI's Funny Bunny for the tip, and then Bare Your Soul. Okay, so third application, really see the purple to know that we've got a really good layer. With Trixie's, she licks her glue stick to make it wet for the final layer. I think it does work. I don't know why it would work, but I think it does. Probably something that with the enzymes in your saliva mixing with the chemistry of this glue stick. But I'm not going to do that because I don't like to lick my tools and stuff. It's just not hygienic. And I'm a germ freak, so if you're not great, then you probably have a really good immune system. So I'm just going to spray the stick down with my Jeffree Star setting spray and then get that layer down. While this is still wet, you set the glue while it's still kind of purple. And for that, I'm going to be using just a regular old powder puff. And this is Morphe's Filter Effect Finishing Powder in filter number 2. So it's a pretty light, like highlighting setting powder. And it's a pressed powder, so it's going to have more pigment to it than a loose powder. And In the video I'm watching from Trixie, which I'll put a link for in this video. Okay, she says you lick the glue because it makes the final layer really slick. And I believe that. This is why I have this in, so I can kind of listen along. I've already watched the video, so I've kind of planned out my steps. But anyway, going on, she says that when you use a pressed powder, it kind of starts like that first layer of cover up, which I believe that it does. This was a Trixie makeup on a budget, so she's using drugstore stuff. I didn't go out and buy all the drugstore stuff that she's doing, so I'm using what I have or what I think is comparable for that. So I'm using my Morphe Coca-Cola palette here because it has a lot of really nice red browns, which she uses. Before we move on, this isn't something that she's doing. I believe that she does do it, just not in this video, but I have to do it, and that's putting on some primer and beard cover. This is the Morphe priming beauty oil. I'm going to follow that up with the MAC Prep and Prime. The oil I like because I feel like it really kind of fills in all the little nooks and the crannies of the skin and makes it super soft on top of my moisturizer. But the MAC Prep and Prime gives the skin this like powdery slip. And it's the silicones in it, but it's just this really slick, smooth surface for the makeup to glide onto. I'm grabbing a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Oh, I totally skipped a step, you guys. Let's do some makeup on the eyebrows. I'm going to start with a little bit of Huda Beauty. This is the Overachiever Concealer in Whipped Cream with a Real Techniques Soft Accent Brush. Okay, sure, here we are. I'm going to take a little bit of my foundation right on top of that. Okay, that's enough of that. A little bit more of the concealer, and I'm going to pop that over the eyelid and then just blend that in with whatever makeup is left over on the sponge. I think she leaves it wet. I don't think that she's powdered, and she goes under the eye too. Yes, she uses the eyeshadow while the foundation is still wet because it helps the eyeshadow to stick. So let's try this again now. Okay, this reads darker in person, at least from what I can see in my screen. So I'm going to go into all the feels, this guy right here, and darken it up a little bit. Yeah, this is better. I'm going to take a Real Techniques. This is a Instapop crease brush. It's so weird to like already see what I think of as like that Trixie Mattel shape, just with like this shadow coming out. All right, let's see if I can duplicate this on this side. And I'm going in with Energetic, which is a slightly, in the pot, it doesn't look darker than the one I was just working with. This is so it is a little bit darker. And as she said, just like working on creating a like rounded gradient. I think mine's looking a little bit less rounded and more like angular. So let me see if I can buff this out. And then a dark brown, refreshing. This, she says, just goes right into the pocket here. also darkens up the bottom. Right under here. Okay, now brows. Ugh. She uses shadow and spit, but I'm using shadow and setting spray, and then go into the medium brown of the three that I was using. This guy, again, is energetic. It creates sort of a paste, which I'm mixing on the back of my hand, if you can see this. She starts like right about here, and then kind of almost goes straight up, but at a slight angle, and then brings it in or out to kind of meet like the tip of her shadow. She does the tail. We're going to use a lighter color for the inside of the brow. So I'm going to do this brow first so that I don't have to keep changing the color back and forth. Going into the lighter brown color, all the feels right here. Okay, let's just see what happens. And this is where we just completely lose it. And we know we've got some cleaning up to do, right? I think I have to move on to the next step, which is going to be cleaning all this shit up. I'm gonna go back in with that Huda Beauty concealer and whipped cream. I'm going to say welcome back because I'm going to do you the kind favor of editing everything that I just did, because it took me about 20 minutes. This is what I've ended up with, and I'm going to roll with it. I think it's pretty good. Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. This is in the color F2.20. This one I think has a neutral undertone, and it's the same one that I used in the beginning of the video. Putting this on all over. Oh, I didn't do my beer coverage. This is nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. This is like the big time. If you do fancy yourself a makeup artist, this is gonna be like your holy grail of makeup skills. So I'm really nervous, and if it doesn't come out looking good, then I will just edit that comment out. And if it comes out looking spectacular, then I will leave it in as being able to accomplish the holy grail of drag makeup. Or you guys will never even know that this whole thing happened. I'm not going to do the ears because I'm planning on having them covered. And I have this in so that I can still listen, and I don't want to make that all like gross and yucky. Now going in with the F2.70 Fluidity Foundation on top of MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter, and this is in Peach Luster. Let's go back to that soft accent brush we were using earlier and just tap that in. And now the foundation. This thing's such a pain in the ass. I don't know where my earbuds are. I lost them. We didn't lose them. They're in the house somewhere. I just can't find them. Now we're going on contour. For that, I'm using MAC Studio Fix. This is the soft matte foundation stick in the color NW50. The second, like, most iconic thing to Trixie's makeup, like, first are her eyes, and then it's that that like cheek contour. Let's see if I could do this. Okay. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. And then to deepen up the cheek contour, Krylon TV Paint Stick and NG2 with a Real Techniques 102 concealer brush. We are going to clean all of this up if I can, hopefully. This is the MAC Studio Fix 24-Hour Smooth Wear Concealer, and this is in the color NW15. Now everything is just getting blended in again, so that darker contour color. I'm going back to this Huda Beauty. Let's go back to the Studio Fix and then just kind of like follow the eyeshadow down to like the brow, the eyeshadow, and then just kind of bring it along the edge of the highlighter. And then sweep it down. Just got a pretty like strong blunt tip on the nose. I don't think that's anything to be mad at. Let's keep moving on. Big powder puff. And then this is MAC Invisible Setting Powder. I feel like my eyebrows are too dark. There's not enough contrast with this color. I'm going to take my powder and just powder that first part of the eyebrow. Take it to the arches. I'm going to finish dusting off the excess. Back into my Morphe Filter Effect Finishing Powder, and this is in Filter 2. This is another finishing powder. This is in 9, index card or postcard or whatever you have. I'm going to switch to MAC Blush in Blunt. I think she was using one of the brown eyeshadows, but I like this blunt for contour work. MAC's Paint Stick in Pure White. I feel the makeup on my skin. I don't think The only other time I've worn, I think, this much makeup, when I did the bronze Venetian goddess photo shoot, and then I did like a makeup tutorial. But that was a different kind of makeup. I'll put a link for that video and this one too. But it was also like 2 spray tans, a ton of makeup from head to toe, body makeup as well as face makeup, tons of powders, tons of highlighters, tons of luminizing setting sprays. But it was really, I mean, it's beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite photo shoots. And I don't think I've really ever felt prettier than I did in that moment. I'm going to be setting it with MAC Studio Fix in Shivering White. Okay, let's try this. I'm still using the MAC pan stick in white. Paint stick in pure white. About as good as it's going to get for the eyelids. Now we need to do the white under the eyes. She's using her white marshmallow glitter from Trixie Cosmetics. I don't have that. So what I'm going to do, Studio Fix, and I'm going to mix that with a little bit of MAC's vanilla powder and then set that with this. Set that with this. I'm going to use, because this is a lot, so I'm going to use Milani, my Target Milani Stay Put Matte eyeliner, and let's just see what happens. Okay. The beginning of the eyelid to the top of the eyeshadow here. It needs to be just like straight. So I'm going to work on this. Brushstroke 24-hour liner in Brush Black. And I'm just going to use this to try to clean everything up. MAC Carbon. That darkest color, which is refreshing, and an Instapop crease brush. A little bit of carbon and just go right over that dark brown that we did. Let's do the nose. Going back to the Studio Fix. Lips. Here we go with lips. MAC lip pencil in Hover. She doesn't do this, but I like to do this. So I'm going to take a lip blur brush from Real Techniques and just work the outline a little bit. Runway Rogue lip pencil in Hoped is Hot. Again, I'm going to take that lip blur brush and just really finesse these two together. she has put on a liquid lipstick, which was like a lighter pink. And if you watch the video, which I will put the link for, or have put the link for, then she takes like this darker purpley thing color, like a hot pink. So I'm just gonna skip the liquid lipstick part and go right into the lipstick. This is Runway Rogue's matte lipstick in Selfie. As she just said in my ear, matte lipstick. I'm gonna take a lip brush and just work all of that together into the liner too. You guys, if you watch my videos, know I love a gloss. So I'm taking Runway Rogue's Luxe Gloss in Catwalk. Taking out the Summer of Love blush palette and a Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to use all three of these. I'm going to start with Side Chick. I'm going to use this one like kind of over the brown. And then I'm going to go into Girl on Girl, which is the softer pink blush. And that I'm just going to put on Smile and just put on the apple on my cheeks. I'm going to take a Real Techniques fan brush with After School Special, which is the highlighter. And let's just do. Just up here, just a little bit in between the eyebrows. Oh, that's what she does, right? Oh. Lashes. Okay, so what I've done is I have taken 4 pairs of 301s and stacked them up. I will put a link to Trixie's lash stacking video in this video, which is the one that I followed to do these lashes. I'm going to take Duo Eyelash Adhesive in dark while these get tacky as the glue starts to dry down. I'm going to curl and apply mascara to my eyelashes. She doesn't curl in this video, but I like to give my lashes a quick curl with an eyelash curler because I don't like it when you look at someone's profile and you see their false lashes going like this, right? Like up like this, and then their regular lashes are going out like that. MAC's Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I like this mascara because it's got a very small brush. So it can really get into the lash bed and pick up all those tiny little lashes. Now, lashes, and let's see how she does this. She just takes them, looks down, pops them in, and then closes her eyes. Okay, no joke. I was totally scared and intimidated by this eyelash application being in the crease. I was like, okay, she does it, but that's her, so she's gonna do it perfectly. It's like the easiest, fastest way I've ever put on eyelashes. Take a little bit of my MAC brushstroke liquid liner, and I'm gonna go in, I don't know if you guys can see, in between my natural lashes and the fake lashes, the false lashes. And just coloring that in so it's a little extra dark. She does a strip of bottom lashes. I've got these little individual guys. So I'm going to stack those up right next to each other, still using the eyelash, the Duo Eyelash Adhesive in dark. So we'll just put this one right there. She's cut a couple extra little spikes from the 301s. So I did that too. And then we'll use, we'll stick these on the bottom lashes just to create a couple spikes. Morphe's High Impact Highlighter in Stardust. Oh my god, okay, I think we're actually done. I'm gonna use some setting spray just to spray everything down. She doesn't, but I'm going to. I'm gonna go pop on some hair, and then I will be right back to show you guys my finished look. Be right back. Okay guys, here is the finished Trixie Mattel look. I am very happy with how this came out. Never having worn makeup like this, honestly, ever in my life. I mean, I've pushed the limits with blocking out my brows and raising up my crease, but I've never done makeup like this. I feel like a completely different person. I think this truly is a testament to the power of makeup, whether it looks natural or not. I had a lot of fun despite being very nervous about the execution of this, but I am really happy. Now, I didn't do the big Trixie hair because I don't like to do all that teasing and sewing wigs together, and it was a makeup video, not a hair video. But I did see her rock, I think, like straight hippie hair with a bandana. And I thought, since today I was using her Summer of Love blush palette to help create the Trixie Mattel look, I would do a Summer of Love inspired do. So here it is. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave those downstairs. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.